I'd like to first narrate some of the steps that went through, when cybersecurity went through in the evolution till today's date. It was, I think it's a journey of 2 decades when there were these attacks out there in the network. A lot of mails used to go out of your mailboxes, go to the contacts in your mailboxes and all. So those kind of sporadic incidents used to happen, and lots of attacks were reported at that point of time. And that was a time when multivarious, many different teams were working on cybersecurity. And in India itself, they had this IT Act which was brought out, and the Amendment Act that was brought out, and then subsequently the IT rule came out, and then the Aadhaar Act. Of course, Aadhaar is for a different purpose, but it had a clause for the privacy section in that. That is protection of personally identifiable information in that. So, at the country level, all these things were happening, and at that point of time, all these organizations were also doing their bit by, implementing controls like formulation of security policies and deploying out the right technological solutions for different purposes, like filtering out unidentified traffic, and solutions for detecting and aborting any kind of attacks in the network. Those kind of solutions, antiviruses and all, were getting deployed at that point of time. And people were being trained, handheld, and awareness programs were being done for bringing in awareness amongst the employees to follow secure computing practices and comply with the security policies of the organizations, because these were one of the control. The security was not just a deployment of solutions, as you rightly told. One of the control was formulation of the security policies for the organization. So all those things did go through, and many of the banks also did quite a bit of contribution, in the sense that they also started hand-holding the public in making them aware about the phishing attacks, and telling them how to secure their banking transactions. So many different players were doing their bit. So and it has come, and because of all those initiatives, the momentum has been quite the activity, the cybersecurity has been carried forward forward, and of course with the cooperation of the industry partners and all. And even at NIC, we do have there's a budget laid out for cybersecurity, and we have got trust areas for application security, network security, and CERT. All those things are there. In fact, I forgot to tell about, as part of that IT Act, there were these bodies which were formulated or brought into office, like the CERT for protecting the cyberspace of the country. And then there is this CCA for the trust infrastructure, PK trust infrastructure. And then there is another protection of critical information infrastructure. Another body was NCI, IPC, I think. They were all set up. So these things were happening, and this is how the cybersecurity has evolved in the last 2 decades. And so when organizations were doing their bit, all the employees were on board. They were being trained. There were a lot of awareness programs being built. Capacity building was being done. So a lot of things have happened, and a lot of teams are there. In NIC also, there are a lot of teams doing this trust areas work, like application security, network security, and those kind of things are being done. But when the pandemic did happen, it was all the people, even not only NIC's employees, but the government sector, our users, they also could get onboarded to continue the work from home, all because the structures were in place. They could continue to securely communicate over VPN or whatever was required with the end computing and product solutions. So they could continue the work from home securely. But the pandemic also brought to light that they were not prepared for the scaling of requirements. Okay, so from that pandemic times, there are lessons to be learned that we have to be prepared. Of course, that preparation helped us in tiding that pandemic. But from there, what we learned is that we have to do more, we have to do better. And so this is where we have to see the 3.0 cybersecurity 3.0 phase, where we go, how we can do better. That if we take the cases of, secure computing, all people were connecting to the organization's network. Even the users, they were also connecting over VPN. So I think some intelligent solutions may be applications, and solutions may be applied, like for the zero trust network access, which need not be given to all sundry. They can be, that can be given for accessing some of the applications only, because that is where the requirement is. That zero trust network access allows granular access to applications. So it's a logical separation for accessing those applications. So I think those solutions can be, diligently applied. So instead of giving everyone uniform access, some kind of, so we have to think like that. We have to see where, we can put this knowledge in the next set of planning, strategizing the cybersecurity activities. That is one. Other one is that we are doing a lot of these activities, which is, we're sitting on a lot of data, which we are not able to see in a short time. So we will need technological solutions like automation, which would help handle those tasks in an optimum manner, and the cybersecurity personnel would be able to do that in an effective manner. So use of automation and use of analytics would help get insights into the state of affairs of the attacks, or the data that is, or the tasks that need to be done to secure those data. So I feel as we go to 3.0, these analytics and zero trust network access and this automation would help us in handling the challenges or tasks on hand much better, and to get more insights.